Get up here. Get up here. Hey, Gary. Hey, buddy. Hey, Gary, right quick, what does it say on my title and time and everything? Because when I asked to get up here, too, whenever I was setting it up, it said it was set for yesterday at 12:33 p.m. Hey, Virginia. How's Virginia doing? How's Gary doing? Hey, Diane. Saying, hey, Jeff, how are you and beautiful Tootsie today? We're good. We're getting hope. See it. See it. That way they can see you. So, uh-oh, I've cut my darn radio back on. Cut it off. Oh, no, you sit still. I need to fix this for they can see you. Sit down. Everybody's say, hey, Diane. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. We're just sitting there watching traffic go by. There's still a few people in town, which the rest of them left today, as far as in the campground, but we had 12 come in, but it's still slam picking, so I got the internet back. Let's see, everybody's saying hey to everybody right now, and then Gary says it's Tuesday with Tootsie, let's chat for a bit. Yeah, does it tell the time though? Because before I hit the go live button, it said it was set for May 27th at 12:33, and I was like, what the heck? And it's never done that, so I was just curious. Hey, Fred and Connie, saying hello, Jeff and Tootsie camping. Virginia says she's exhausted working all day. Hey, Virginia, right quick, I know we've been chatting. No, you sit right here and look. Everybody wants to see you. Look up here. Look up. There you go. I know. And I didn't bring my other phone with me, so I can't keep up as easy and get her to sit here and stuff. But anyhow, Virginia, did you get your pool open yet? I know that was the last time you was working. You was working on getting it open. William says, where you at, homie? I'm at the island. Oh, you're at the island? I am right here, right before Holiday Inn, William. Hang on, I'll flip it back around. I'm right here at lot number 4. Right across from Slick Track and right before the Holiday Inn. But I'm on the side going towards Gatlinburg. I didn't know you was in town, William. You being sneaky and didn't let me know that you was in town. Virginia saying hey, Fred saying hey. Diane saying hey, Gary saying no time that I see. Okay, Gary, it must just be a flaw in what YouTube was doing. Okay, so Virginia got her pool open. Gary's saying hey. Virginia says still cleaning patio furniture and weeding. All right, nothing wrong with that. Have you went swimming though, Virginia, yet? You went swimming? Hey, William, if you and Lorna want to come over here, come on. That's where I'm at. I'm not staying live long anyway, because I was live Saturday for the concert. Virginia hadn't went swimming yet. Hey, David, saying hello, everybody, and everybody, hello. Hey, David, I got caught up on some of your videos there where you're showing those cars. That was nice. That was a nice car show, it looked like. Hey, Pam, she's saying hey. Gary says, Virginia, I've been painting patio furniture this afternoon. Fred's saying hey, and he liked his car, to David, and liked his car show videos. William says, just drove in around 11, went to the Cove, and now I'm meeting up with Lawrence. Okay, yeah, that's fine, William. I know y'all are on vacation. I just thought if you wanted to come crash the live for a minute or two, you're more than welcome to. I'm right here at the Dolly's store. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. I think you told me you was coming, but I didn't remember when you was coming, William, as far as in town. I'll flip the... Well, I'll wait a little bit longer, and that way everybody can see Tootsie. Hey, John, saying hey everybody in chat from Columbus, Ohio. Well, that's what I said. They still a little bit, but I mean, a lot of this traffic. There's probably people that live close nearby, and of course, some schools are out too. I think that's why we had 12 roll in today, because I know in some areas school's already out. Technically, Pigeon Forge is still in school, but a lot of them's already out of school because they've already passed all their tests and everything, because their official last day is Thursday this week as far as Pigeon Forge. So won't have no more buses running after Thursday. Let me make sure everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Tootsie, sit right here. They won't see you. Yeah, I got told that, William. Fred told me he got to meet you and Lorna and Helen. And so I was tickled about that because I knew I'd already met you. She's wanting to sit down. I guess the air's too cold on her. I'll flip the camera back around. John says it's only supposed to be high 65 tomorrow and down to 45 tomorrow night. Yeah, I just watched the news there a little bit ago. It's supposed to be in the 70s the rest of the week here, but Friday morning is our coldest morning here. But I'm planning on building a fire tonight because I still got some wood to burn. And of course I'll try to save some for Friday night, I guess. It's going to be, because they said that some areas might get in the 40s here. So I guess we're not completely at a cold weather time. Of course, we're not technically in summer yet though either. We're in the unofficial start of summer. And then everybody's saying, hey, Virginia says, Jeff, did you get flooded out? I saw that video. No, it got up a little higher than it did a couple weeks ago, and I was going to talk about that here in a little bit. But it got up a little bit higher than what it did the time before, but not much higher. Because by the time it did that, then it was starting to go back down. So I didn't even worry about moving or anything. And of course, the only reason they didn't have me move either was because that was the day that everybody was leaving anyway. And I mean, I wished I'd have got video of the madness. I mean, people was trying to get piled out of there once that water went out of its banks. I mean, it was a line of campers trying to get out. It was a show. And technically that video that I put up isn't my video. It's a guy that stays there that, you know, I guess I'm friends with. He shot the video and then he sent it to me so I could put it up on video. And I told him, I said, if I make any money off of it, I'll make sure I give you the money, which he knows I'm not going to make any money off of it because I'm not going to monetize. And he calls me the mayor of that campground too. He's been giving me ruckus about calling me the mayor of that campground. Been messing with me. William says, I did get the jelly. We got some of the tomato house and at Apple Barn. And everybody's saying, hey, right now. Fred says when we went to the tomato house, they were closed already. Always next time. So I take it y'all are talking about placing Helen in. But I've got another reason too why I decided to go live tonight too for a little while. some of y'all on here already know one thing, but none of y'all know the other thing yet. Well, I think maybe 2 of y'all might know. And the only reason is because it hadn't been posted yet on Facebook. So that's the only reason why the rest of you that's got me on Facebook don't know this yet, because they hadn't posted it on Facebook yet. But I will tell it, because I'm going to tell it plus show it. Let's see, William says, I'm going to compare. I know what I'm getting at Apple Barn. Both are apple cider jelly. And of course, William's talking to Fred. And Gary says, you think the mayor of the campground would put up a flood wall? Yeah, Gary, I could get a bunch of sandbags, I guess, to where I wouldn't have to worry about moving or anything. But it's not hard for me to move, so I'd rather do that than full with sandbags. Let's see. Hey, Scott, saying, what's up, y'all? Hey, Scott, I missed your live show last night. I caught the tail end of it, but I actually went to bed early last night. But before that, though, I was tied up, because there's a few that's in the campground that knows me from past years, and so I got involved in hanging out with some people that come ever so often, and got tied up with all that. But I'm gonna watch the rerun though, as far as the part that I didn't get to see, because I heard it was pretty good last night. A couple people actually told me that it was pretty good last night. William says we got the muscadine and mayhaw also, and David says, and some of us know nothing. I know, David, but David, you know the one thing, David, because I know you saw it on Facebook, so you know the one thing. Everybody's saying hey to Scott right now. Everybody's saying hey to each other. William says, Scott, I'll be in your neck of the woods tomorrow. So you're just here for a day, William, as far as here in Pigeon Forge? And David's saying, hello, Kicking It Country. I forgot the new name. Yeah, it's just a figure of speech, Diane. I wasn't physically tied up. No, Scott. It was a crowd that comes. Like, they were here at Halloween, and they were here one other time last year, and they just, I guess, cause for my golf cart where I've got Tootsie mobile on it, it's not hard to forget, and where I've been coming over here a bunch. Matter of fact, they don't leave till Thursday, the crowd that I'm talking about. And then, of course, Friday, undoubtedly I got plans made for me Friday night. Got a birthday party to go to, but it's not the Gypsy Sisters though. I hadn't hung out with them in the past few weeks. I mean, I see them and say hey, but as far as hanging out or being around them, it's been a couple of weeks now. I mean, matter of fact, they wasn't even there for the concert. They had family in town at another campground, and so they wasn't even at the concert Saturday night. Let's see. Everybody's saying hey right now. William says yes, we've been to Helen, Georgia, Pigeon Forge, going to North Carolina. Okay, so you're doing like a little road trip thing then, William. There's nothing wrong with that. Scott says, hey William, are you going to be at Yogi? And then Diane says, laugh out loud, we think alike, Scott. That's a scary thought. But yeah, they've been having family in town, so I guess they've been tied up with that, because I like I say, I'll see them every now and again, and we'll say hey and wave, and things of that nature. But as far as hanging out with them or being around them, it's been a couple of weeks. I mean, this past weekend was fun, don't get me wrong. I mean, we were full. The only thing that I was hating was the internet. Just don't hold out when it's full like that, so I didn't get to play on the VR a whole lot, and when I was on it, it was kicking me on and off, and I was getting aggravated by that. But I'm good to go now, because I was on VR this afternoon for a little while, and because I didn't get on it at all yesterday. I mean, I wasn't even on VR at all yesterday, period. But I know we got the internet back now though, because I got on it today for just a little bit. William says, yes, Scott, my grandbabies are there now. And Scott says, yes, that's scary, Diane. Hey, Teleco Toys. Saying hello from Teleco Mountains. Hey, Teleco, can I call you by your actual name now that I know who you are? I mean, I know I hadn't met you in person, but we're friends on Facebook now. But you say yes or no, I'm leaving that up to you. Because you might not want your name told. I'm not going to say your last name. I know that. But your first name's what I'm asking about. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Scott says, how long are you going to be there, William? And William says, Wednesday afternoon and Thursday. And everybody's saying hey to everybody. And William says he'll message you on Wednesday, Scott. Okay. So Teleco Toys, his name is Mike. And some of y'all might already know that's on here. But his name is Mike. So if everybody wants to say hey to Mike, that's Teleco Toys. And Scott says, sounds good, William. So the ones that's in here right now that has me on Facebook, I won third place, me and the partner that I had, Brian, in cornhole. We got third place. And I forgot to bring my stupid medal, because we got a medal for getting third place. So everybody, first, second, third all got medals, but the medals got bigger. Second place got a little bit bigger of a medal than what we got, and then first place got a pretty good size medal. And I know some of y'all have already seen that on Facebook and know about that, but I figured I'd tell that in here. We should have won it. Me and Brian should have won it. But it's just luck of the draw and luck of who you're having to play against first, because it was single elimination on top of that. But at least we finished in the top three though. So Pam saying hey to Mike, and Fred says, does the Holiday Inn have a smokestack? On that backside, maybe. I'm not sure what that is, Fred. I really don't know. And then Virginia says, it does look like it. Oh, yeah, I see what y'all are talking about now. The cloud above it makes it look like it's got a fire going. So I see what y'all are talking about now. I wasn't really looking at that. I was actually looking for, because there is a little thing on that back corner, the left back corner. There is something poking up right there. But I catch on now what y'all are talking about, the way that cloud looks like. Let me get caught up here, because this thing keeps, there's where he said that was fine telling his name. Hey, Natalie, saying, hey, honey bunny. How's Natalie doing? And then Virginia says, looks like it, Fred. And Fred says, we'll be on Jeff's team at the shindig. So everybody's going to be fighting to be on my team. I'm not that good at cornhole. I really ain't. I just like playing it. I like playing it. I try to play the best I can play, but I'm definitely no pro, or, I'm still classified as an amateur. I just, every now and again I'll get lucky throws. I am by no means a ringer or anything like that. Scott saying hey to Mike. Yeah, Kicking It Country, Scott. And Mike saying hey to Pam. Scott's laughing at Fred. Mike saying hey, Scott. Fred and Connie saying hey to Natalie. Everybody's saying hey to Natalie right now. Natalie's saying hey back. Natalie says she's good. Well, that's good, Natalie. I'm glad you're doing good. Scott says not tick tank anything. Wait a minute. What are you meaning by that, Scott? Or is that a mistype? Not tick tank anything with being a mad face. Hey, Blaine. Hey, Blaine, you're supposed to be on another live. You're supposed to be on another live right now, Blaine. He knows I'm picking at him. And Blaine, I'm serious, Blaine. You don't have to come in on my show. You go back to that other show, because I know that's what you enjoy and stuff. Let's see. Diane's rolling on the floor laughing at Scott. Blaine says, this chat just got tainted. Scott's here. Yeah. Everybody's saying hey to Blaine right now. Speaking of Tick Tank, hey Blaine. Yeah, see, that must be on from his live show last night then. And I didn't get to see it. Or I got to see the last 5 minutes or whatever it was. And then everybody's saying hey right now. Yeah, I figured that's what Blaine just answered me right there. He says, you missed Scott's live. I definitely, that's what I say, I got to watch the rerun, because I heard it was good. I talked about this a little bit ago. And you wasn't on here, Blaine, but 2 people that we know that knows how to get a hold of me told me I was missing a good one. So I definitely got to watch the rerun. And then that way I'm in the loop on everything. Angie says, Jeff, have you heard from Robert Denise? Just wondering how she was doing. Not in a couple of days. I'm sort of letting her, I guess, handle things that need to be handled. If they come in tonight, I was going to ask about them. Ask about Denise if they came in. Other than that, if they don't come in tonight, more than likely I'll either text them tonight or tomorrow just to check in again. But I knew she had some stuff she needed to be getting done and getting handled, so I've kind of just sort of left them alone the last couple of days. But the last time I talked to them, though, and that was Friday night, she was hanging in there. But like I say, they're just, got a few things going on, which is understandable. And I try not to bother people a whole lot when I know they got family stuff going on and, got things going on in general. Diane says, watch last evening's replay from Scott's channel. And Fred says, Jeff, you have to watch Scott's replay, seriously. It can't get any better. It can't get any better. Well, I'm catching on now to what it's going to be about then. Everybody's saying hey right now. Blaine says, I honestly don't know of another live unless I'm forgetting. This is my peeps. Well, you had on Facebook that you were going to be watching one of those Gospels lives, Blaine. Or that's what it said on Facebook, because I made a comment on it saying, well, there goes my live show for tonight, but I was just picking, because I put just picking after that. So I figured that's what you'd be watching right now. I forget what the show was, but I know it had to do with the gospel singers and stuff, if I remember right. But I mean, like I said, Blaine, I appreciate you coming in, but it's definitely not a have to. David, I might have to run this air up or something. My hand's getting cold from where I'm having to read the chat. David says, Scott, I mowed my yard today. Can I send a pic to somebody to check to see if I got ticks? And Diane's laughing with David. Scott's laughing with David. Angie says, okay, thank you. You're welcome, Angie. Virginia says, ask Scott what tank is. And she's meaning tank right there. And I know what a tank is. I mean, Blaine says, oh, 9 p.m. tonight. It will be on that. Oh, well, it said 7. When I saw it, when I was, because me and Tootsie went to the Cracker Barrel to eat a little after 5 this afternoon. Wasn't no Wendy burger tonight. Me and Tootsie went out to eat. We went to Cracker Barrel. And that's when I saw where it said you were going to be watching a live show. But I know it said 5 o'clock, but that could have been Pacific time then, I guess. Or whatever. I mean, not 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It said 7 though, so it's not till 9. Let's see. Hey Linda. Hey, thanks for coming in. Hey Jeff, Tootsie, and everyone. There's a cute picture of Tootsie on the thumbnail. Yeah, I was showing her earlier when I first came in, Linda. I had her on here at first, and then she wanted to lay back down. She's sleeping on me right now. Diane says, Scott, I have a picture like that. And Scott says, Amber's an idiot and ruined our life. Hey, Scott, you know good and well Amber's not an idiot. Virginia's saying, hey, Diane says, Diane's agreeing with what I said there, or in agreement with what I said there, so she did not. Everybody's saying, hey, and Blaine says, Scott, it was gold. And everybody's saying, hey, right now. It's Kicking It Country, Gary. I don't know if you've ever, I can't remember. Well, you go into Scott's lives. It's like he went live last night instead of Sunday. He went live on Monday night, which was last night, Gary. That's the live they're talking about. Kicking It Country's live. I got to watch it too, Gary. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Blaine says, oh, not sure what it is then. It's Southern Gospel Ford. Yeah, I think that was the name of it. Southern Gospel Ford. But it said on Facebook, though, that it was going to be at 7 o'clock tonight. So, I don't know, Blaine. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Scott says, Jeff, you want to watch the wheels fall off our life? Fast forward through the first hour, then Amber shows up. No, I'm going to watch the whole thing, Scott. Undoubtedly it was good before Amber. And I guess gets even better when Amber shows up. And then David says, Scott, may have to go into the relocation program. Lord, I'll definitely have to watch it. So that way I can be in on the loop and everything. So when I show up in July, I won't be in the dark on stuff. Linda says, oops, hi Angie, typing there, sorry. Oh, you're fine, Linda. Everybody knows we all mistype every now and again. And Scott says, no joke, David. Angie saying, hey. Come here, wake up, Tootsie. Get up here. I'll show you again. Come here. Hop up here. Come here. Come here. Some mom ain't got to see you yet. Come on. Because I'm not planning on being on real long. I mean, I'm going to be on for at least another 30 minutes. And I know she won't care for me to tell this, but reason the Harvey Five's not in here, she's visiting with family members right now. So they're tied up at the moment. So that's why you're not seeing the Harvey Five in here. Everybody's saying hey or laughing, and Angie's laughing with Linda, and Scott says, oh Lord, I wished I was in the dark. There she is. She says, I'm here for a little bit. Leslie, I just got done letting everybody know that you were visiting with family and that y'all were, busy. So it's no problem, Leslie. Everybody's saying, hey, Scott. Diane says, Scott, get Ron to tell you his bee story. And then Fred's saying, hey to Leslie. Everybody's saying, hey to Leslie right now. Leslie says, I couldn't miss you. Got the whole show. I had to jump in for a little bit. That's fine, Leslie. I knew y'all were busy. Like I said, nobody's forced to come into my live shows. Nobody's forced to watch them. Nobody's forced to give thumbs up or thumbs down or middle fingers. Y'all do what y'all want to do, and that's the way it ought to be. Everybody free and easy down the road we go. Like I say, I do this mess for fun. I do it for y'all. I do it for me. I do it for Tootsie, because I know y'all like seeing Tootsie. Get up here so they can see you, by the way. Come on, get up here so I don't get too far behind on chat. Everybody's saying hey to Leslie right now. Blaine says, I'm sure she's tied up, but a different way. Blaine! Come here, Tootsie. Hop up here. I don't know, here, I'll cut the air off, because it's still, we don't need the air right now. I'm about froze, and I got the window down. Now, there's Tootsie. Everybody hadn't seen Tootsie yet. Gary says, Marcy says, hey to everyone, she hides behind the camera. Hey, that's all right. There's nothing wrong with hiding behind the camera, Marcy. You can stay off camera all you want. As long as we get to see you in person, you can still stay off camera. Leslie's laughing at Blaine. Virginia says, you mean you're not going to pay me to watch Jeff? Well, if I need to pay you, Virginia, I guess I could send money your way. I'll definitely pay you to let me come eat some of that food that you cook. I will definitely pay you for that. You tell me to head your way, and that you're gonna fix me something. I will definitely give you money for the food, the cooking, plus a tip. And that's the truth. I mean, I really would. I really would. Because, Lord have mercy, I can't even fathom or imagine what her spaghetti would taste like. I mean, I don't even want to think about it, because then I'm going to start getting hungry again. There she goes. She's going back down. Bless her heart. Let's see, everybody was saying hey to everybody. Linda says, love that yellow shirt, Jeff. We matched tonight. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I wore something bright tonight. Everybody's saying hey to you, Tootsie. And Blaine says, I know Larry too well. And Natalie says, Tank, no shame in your game, Jeff. And Scott says, I remember Diane as Amber was telling God and everyone by business. And then I read Virginia, so that's where I left off. And then everybody's saying hey to everybody. Leslie's waving. Linda, let's see, read that. Blaine says, Scott, you are the one who spread the goods. Gary saying hey to Leslie. Leslie saying hey back. Virginia says, just joking about money. I know, Virginia. I know you are. But hey, on a serious note, Virginia, I'm not. So if I ever get an invitation, if me and Tootsie ever get an invitation, and I don't even have to bring Tootsie, I can leave her at home, and at the home, I can board her. But I'd be glad to pay you to have a meal like that cooked for me. And then let's see, Diane's laughing with Blaine. Scott says, Blaine, did you get Larry's Speedos ordered? And I saw that part right before you went off. Y'all were talking something about Speedos and thongs and whatever else. And I thought, good Lord, here we go. Or I saw it in comments. I saw it in comments. I didn't see y'all actually talking about it, but I did see it in the comments. And then Leslie says, so have y'all discussed ticks on Taint yet tonight? Linda's saying, hey, Tootsie, oops, bye. And I'll wait for this dump truck to get by so I don't have to scream. And Blaine says, my gosh, the dessert table would be off the chick. Yeah, I know it, Blaine. I know it. I'd be probably 10 or 20 pounds heavier probably after 2 meals at Virginia's. If not, maybe after the 1 meal. And Virginia says, company coming from Florida this week. Well, that's good. So how many you got to cook for this week then, Virginia? And Scott says, Leslie, I'll never live that down. And Linda says, Virginia, make your guests some key lime pie. And Diane says, no, you won't. And hey, Justin, hey, thanks for coming in. Says, can't wait to be down there Friday. And Virginia says, Linda, he likes pecan pie. And Blaine says, Scott, the extra small Speedos are on back order. The flag ones, so I'll have to wait. And Linda says, Virginia should open her own restaurant. And hey, Diamondback, saying hello, Jeff and Tootsie and chat friends. And Linda says, yum, pecan. And Leslie says, Scott, it's just absolutely hilarious. I think she's meaning that they're absolutely hilarious. And Leslie's right. And Diane says, hey to Diamondback. Everybody's saying hey to Diamondback right now. And Linda's wanting to know, Diamondback, if you got flooded. And Natalie says, a new TikTok. And Virginia says, Linda, lots of people have told me that it would be, wouldn't be fun anymore. So she's talking about the opening up a restaurant. And I can understand that, Virginia, why you're saying that. Because then it would be a constant thing. Plus you're having to deal with the public and the employees and a lot of headaches. At least that's my thoughts. So I can kind of understand why Virginia's saying that right there. Let me cut this rear air off, because now it's starting to blow warm air in here. Let's see, Teleco Toy, everybody's saying hey right now. Blaine says Scott could have made a short of taint. Scott says it. If it was anybody but me, Leslie, it would be hilarious. And everybody's saying hey to Diamondback. William says Pigeon Forge traffic not too heavy. Yeah, it's not. It's not, William. I mean, everybody else pretty much left today, you know, by lunchtime today, at least in my campground. So I figured it's probably like that everywhere else, though, too, where people stayed till today to miss some of the traffic. Fred says, Blaine, he should do a short of the obituary. Yeah, I got to watch that live last night. Get caught up on all the news and the latest gossip and stuff. Justin says, hope for good weather this weekend while down there. Hey, Justin, Saturday is our only, like, it's a 40% chance of rain, but all this week up until Saturday is supposed to just be real pretty, but, you know, cooler, only in the 70s as far as for the high. It got in the 80s today, though, because I was at the pool. I was sweating today, but the humidity goes away after tonight. So you should be good, though, Justin, because it's small chances. And I think it's just for Saturday. Then Sunday's supposed to be nice, but then there's chances again Monday and Tuesday next week. Everybody's laughing with Fred, and everybody's saying hey right now. Linda says, Virginia, we all want to meet you someday. Yeah, I know it. Pretty much all of us can agree on that. Blaine says, that's why cooking with Virginia coming to YouTube soon. Yeah, Blaine. We don't need to start on that, Blaine. Everybody's saying hey to Justin. Everybody's saying hey right now. Virginia says, I thought Scott was saying tank. No, he's saying taint, Virginia. And if you don't know what taint is, I'm not going to explain it. I'll let somebody else on here tell it if they want to. And Diane's laughing. Scott says, did you mention your video of the flood in the campground and that knucklehead? No, a lot of y'all's already seen it based off the comments that I've answered. But yeah, we had a knucklehead yesterday that left while it was flooded. And so if any of y'all hadn't seen it and you want to watch it, you don't have to, but if y'all want to watch it, it's my latest video. It's only like a minute long, if that. And You know, I mean, really, it's just somebody trying to show off and be stupid. That's about all it is. But like I say, though, you know, you don't have to go watch it, though. Scott says, did Miss Virginia just call my taint a tank? Everybody's laughing. Virginia says, that's what I thought you were saying, Scott. Everybody's laughing. Everybody says, Virginia says, I know, Jeff. Makes sense now. I can't believe he showed that on his phone. Lord, well, I didn't know that either. So I'm in for a treat. I'm gonna try to. I don't know that I'll watch it tonight, but tomorrow during the day when I got a little bit of downtime, I'll watch it, and that way I'll know. I'll be in the loop on everything. Scott says, "Oh Lord, Amber must have sent Virginia the picture." Diamondback says, "It flooded all around me, but my ponds didn't overflow this time. Thanks for asking." Oh, that's good. And Blaine says, and it froze. And Blaine says, luckily he didn't show us his time. Lord have mercy. Lord, I missed a good one. Leslie says, well, y'all, I'm going to go back to the family. I'm really not wanting to miss this. Yeah, hey, that's fine, Leslie. I mean, I'm not going to be on a whole lot longer though, Leslie. I figured about 8:30 I'm gonna head back because I want to build a fire and I want to get on bingo because I haven't been able to play much VR in the last few days. And David says, chef at watch that Kicking It Country video, I can recommend a counselor for you. And I think he's meaning Scott. I think he's, because I know David talks in his phone, and so sometimes it doesn't, type it out right. Fred says, Scott, didn't you know it reached Facebook? Just kidding. Hey, Dan the Mountain Man. How's Dan doing? How are you doing, Dan? You still hanging in there all right? He's saying hey to everybody. Scott says, have fun, Leslie. Talk to you later. Everybody's telling her bye. Linda says, Jeff, have you ever heard YouTube lady Phyllis Stokes? She has passed away, but loved to cook like... yeah, I think I know who you're talking about, Linda. Hey, Leslie, right quick, let me know if you're still in here right quick, because I need to do something right quick, Leslie, before you get gone, so that way you'll see it. Virginia says she watched her, Linda. Leslie, you still in here right quick? I'm going to flip the camera around right quick. Because I know you know about the one thing. I know where you know I won 3rd place in the cornhole tournament. Dan says, I'm hanging in there. Wish I was anywhere but at work now. Yeah, I know it, Dan. Well, don't work too hard. I know you're on your lunch break right now, or dinner break. Nancy says, hi, everyone. Yes, I saw the nut flying out of the flooded area. I was surprised he didn't flood out. Yeah, I know it. Well, he was wanting to stay, but I'll get into that story here in a minute. I'm seeing if Leslie might still be in here. Everybody's saying hey to Nancy. Well, I can tell her later, because I got her contact information. And I was worried. I didn't know if y'all could see it in the camera when I flipped around. So anyhow, the other thing that I had to tell tonight is, while everybody's saying hey to everybody, we had bingo at the campground Sunday night. We played bingo at the campground. And I have kept my streak going as far as winning at bingo at the campground since I've been, coming here. So, on that note, here's what I won at bingo last night, or Sunday night, not last night. Of course, but that's what I won at bingo Sunday night. I haven't put it together yet, because I knew if I put it together, I wouldn't be able to show y'all. But I at least opened it up. I mean, as far as, they had it wrapped up like it was Christmas. So I had to unwrap it. and then saw what it was. And so now I'll have me another sign. But what I'm going to do, I know there's a place here in Pigeon Forge that'll make a personalized flag. I'm not a show-off, Nancy. So anyhow, I'm going to go to one of these stores here that'll do the personalized flags right here and get one made for me and Tootsie. And then that way I'll have, but yeah, it's a mason jar flagpole. And it lights up, solar powered and everything. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'll show it a little bit. It's got a light that'll shine up. I guess that jar lights up, and then the solar power thing is what charges it. So, but I've kept my streak going though. I've won every time I've played bingo at the campground. So that'll be. I'll fool with this tomorrow. I'll put all that together tomorrow and stuff. But like I said, I forgot to bring my medal though, where I won 3rd place at the cornhole tournament. All right, let me get caught back up to you guys, to everybody. Oh, okay, Blaine. I just now saw Blaine's comment. Well, I can show her later too, Blaine, but I appreciate that. Landa says, Virginia, her channel wasn't the same with her son when her son took over. Oh, well, now we have you. And everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. And then Virginia says hey to Nancy, and then says that or knock that little boy out of the truck. No seat. Yeah, I know it. That little kid was hanging right out the window, just sitting there smiling away, watching his daddy splash everybody. Oh, Nancy was saying yes to a show off, not to me. Sorry, Nancy. I'm back in with I'm back to reality now, Nancy. I apologize. She's talking about the old boy in the videos that I got. I thought she was talking about me and the bingo and stuff. So I apologize, Nancy. I'm back to reality now. I shouldn't have been reading the chat while I was trying to tell the story. That was my fault. Because I cannot multitask. And of course y'all know that. But I do apologize, Nancy. Yeah, right there. She says no, talking about that crazy driver. Yeah, that was my fault, Nancy. Fred says, so I've had a fiasco. We've had our fiasco tonight. Fred says, so that's why you mentioned in VR bingo to Ninja. Yep. But I knew I'd told you and told Blaine, I thought, Fred, that I'd won in bingo and told you what I'd won, but I knew y'all were the only two that knew. And that's just because we, played bingo together. And everybody's saying hey right now. Virginia says, Jeff, Nancy was talking about the jersey, the jerk in the truck. Yeah. I got it figured out now. This is Jeff. That's a nice fight. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Angie. Saying very nice. Virginia says, jerk, spell check keeps changing. I knew what you was meaning, Virginia. Hey, James. Hey, buddy. Everybody's saying hey to James. James is saying hey, everybody. He's a waving. Nancy says, that's okay. I understand. Happy you won at bingo. And Virginia says, thanks, Linda. And Fred says, you did. And Blaine says, yes, you did. And Dan says, did they ask the guy to move to a different? No, he was leaving, or he was leaving anyway, but it wasn't time for checkout when that video was shot. And so he wasn't ready to leave yet. He's gonna stay. And but he ended up getting out of there. But it was on account of his wife. His wife made him go ahead and leave, pack up and leave. But it just, at least that's what I've been told. Like I said, that's all kind of hearsay. But that's what I got told, that he, and I guess he did what he did though, because all of us had been standing out there. Of course, we was watching other stuff. We was watching all the campers trying to get out of there, and all that mess was backing up, getting congested. And then of course he was the last one on the creek side. And so when he was leaving, you know, there's a lot of them standing out there watching, and I guess he just decided to put on a show for everybody. And like I said though, that video is technically not even my video, but it's a guy that I know in the campground there. He sent it to me, sent it to my phone, and then I uploaded it from there. Because if you pay attention right at the end of the video, y'all see me standing there on the left-hand side. And I don't know how many of y'all caught on to that or not, but that's why I'm letting everybody know though that it's technically not my video. I didn't shoot that video. Let's see. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Linda says, Virginia, we're just loving you. Yeah, everybody loves grandmother Virginia, our YouTube grandmother. Blaine says, Jeff didn't tell y'all they were the only 5 playing bingo at the camp. Blaine. There were definitely more than 5 playing at the bingo Sunday night. And that's the thing. I mean, it costs $10. So I don't play to lose. It costs $10. You gotta pay $10 to play. And I won on the picture frame. It was the next to last game too. We had 5 games. You played 5 games for $10. And I won that on the 4th game because it was the outside picture frame, because the last game was the coverall. And I dang near won that. But I didn't. I got beat out on that. Hang on a minute. Right there. James says, Jeff, what did the park say about his stupid driving? From what I've been told, nothing's been said about it yet. So I don't know if he's been put on the blacklist or not, James. I really don't know. I mean, they'll know who it is because they know his site number and everything, but I don't know if he's been blacklisted or not. And I hadn't talked to Charles yet either, since all that's happened. Virginia says, don't know why I'm nobody special. Yes, you are, Virginia. You're special to us, all of us that's in here. I can promise you that. Scott says, alrighty, y'all got to gather up what's left of my dignity and get ready for work. Hey, Scott, don't work too hard, buddy. And like I say, if I don't watch your live show tonight, I'll definitely watch it in the morning and get caught up on all it, because I don't know of anything I got going on tomorrow. I do need to go shopping though. I do need to go shopping sometime or another, but that's it. Everybody's saying good night to Scott. Virginia says she's blushing. Linda says, Jeff, there is a Grand McFlurry on the McDonald's menu. I'm not a big fan of that though. Scott's saying good night, everyone, and he loves everybody. David says Virginia is the most respected woman on YouTube. I know she's got my respect. That's right. Everybody's saying don't work too hard, Scott. And Scott says no shit, Blaine. Yeah, Blaine says your dignity has been tainted, Scott, and then that's when he said no shit, Blaine. Lord have mercy. Linda says, Virginia, you're so humble. That's all right. I'm caught up with I didn't realize it jumped on me. I thought I had it held. All right, let me get back down here to where everybody's telling Scott good night. James says, hey, David, I've been catching up on your videos. John says, how much would is the coverall paid if you had, it was prizes, John. Like, kind of like what I got. Everything was either in a bag or wrapped. So you didn't know what you was getting till after you opened it up. You didn't know what prizes they were. Diamondback says, good night, everybody. Got to work in the lab tonight. Hey, Diamondback, thanks for coming in. I'm getting ready to hop off my cell phone. But I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you coming in. David says, thank you, James. Everybody saying good night to Scott and Diamondback. James says, you're welcome, David. And everybody's telling Diamondback to take care and to have a good night. Angie's saying good night to Scott. And I'm caught up on the chat. But yeah, that's really the only two things I had to tell, was to let the ones that didn't know about the cornhole tournament, and then of course the bingo. I don't know of anything else that I've got to tell or talk about really, other than I know we're finally going to have a good week of weather where there's no rain. I'm ready for a drought. I don't know about any of y'all, but I'm ready for a drought. Now I know some of y'all do the farming and you know, food growing and stuff like that, but me personally though, I've seen enough rain to do me for a while. I mean, it's crazy. And everybody's saying good night to Scott and good night to Diamondback. And I don't know why Tootsie's tired, unless it's from her getting her treat there when we went to Cracker Barrel. I mean, there's definitely clouds in the sky. I mean, it's starting to feel good. And that's what I say. I'm going to get back, build a fire, and I'm going to get on VR. Because I got to play it a little bit over the weekend, but it was so sketchy because the internet sucked where everybody was there. It was going in and out, and it was glitching real bad on me. I mean, Fred and Blaine can vouch for that. They were in there. They was like, well, we can't half understand you, and you're going in and out, and everybody's getting aggravated by it, and I can't blame them. So I just said the heck with it. Like I said, I didn't even get on at all yesterday. John says, hey Jeff, if you get a chance, check out the pictures I posted on Facebook. Tornado that came through Dayton, Ohio 5 years ago. Take a look at the picture of the cell tower that got twisted. I think I've already seen that, John. I saw where you posted something and it showed that tower and it was all twisted and folded over. It looked like an upside down U. Is that the one you're talking about? Because I did see that. While I was at Cracker Barrel actually. So around 5 o'clock this afternoon. Or a little after 5. Blaine says, I'm getting on VR soon. I may watch the replay of that live at 9. I haven't played much in the last 2 days. Yeah. I didn't get on at all yesterday, Blaine. I got on a little bit this afternoon for about an hour, and then that was it. Just to see and make sure the internet was back. Fred says, I wasn't on yesterday either, Jeff, but I'll be on bingo tonight. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. That's what I said. I'm getting ready to hop off here. I mean, I was live last Tuesday and then Saturday, and then, of course, I'm live again tonight. But I wanted to go live tonight, to tell what few stories I had to tell. And of course I knew with putting that video up yesterday, I knew that was gonna, get comments and stuff. But I just wanted to also let all y'all know though that it technically wasn't my video. And if you right at the very end, you'll see me standing right there on the left-hand side of the screen. But I knew the old boy that was shooting it, and he sent it to me because he said I could put it up on YouTube. John says, yeah, it's amazing how much damage Mother Nature. You're right, John. I technically want to see a tornado in person. I don't want to be in one, but I wouldn't mind seeing one in person. Off in the distance. So don't get me wrong. I don't want to be in a tornado, but I wouldn't mind seeing one in person versus on a TV screen. And I almost had the chance at the beach one year. It come down halfway. It didn't fully form, but it come down halfway. And I was like, man, because I mean, it was off in the distance, but it didn't form all the way. And I know y'all are going to think I'm crazy for even saying that or even wanting to do that, but I mean, I don't know. I just think they're cool to look at and watch. I mean, you got some people out there, that's why we get to see those videos and pictures and stuff, because you got people that actually do it for a living. They're called tornado chasers or tornado hunters, whatever they're called. I don't want to be in one, but I wouldn't mind seeing one off in the distance. Let's see. Diane says 5 fatalities in Kentucky over the week. Yeah, I know it, Diane. Diane says you don't want to see one in person. I mean, I kind of want to, Diane. That's what I say. I know it sounds crazy and sounds stupid, but as long as I know I'm going to be safe and it's moving the opposite way of me, uh, and like I said, I'd have to be on flat ground. I definitely won't see one where I live, and really don't want to see one here in Pigeon Forge either, because you can't see it coming in time. That's what I'm saying. I want to be where it's flat, to where you can at least be 5 miles away from it, but still be able to see it. Yeah, storm chasers. There you go. Blaine says we had plenty of tornadoes in Alabama for me. Now I see many hurricanes and tropical. Yeah, that's right, Blaine. And they're saying it's supposed to be a busy hurricane season this season, but they said that last year too. Blaine says storm chasers, and Linda says, Jeff, go to the mall in one of those booths that simulate a tornado. Yeah, they don't have it here in Pigeon Forge, but I know what you're talking about, Linda. Dan says, I have to head back to work. I'll see you guys. Hey, don't work too hard, Dan. We'll see you on the next go round. Everybody's saying bye to Dan. I'm caught up. And I guess I'll go ahead and start wrapping it up too. Come here, Toots. One more time. One more time. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get up here. Quit being lazy. Come on. You quit being lazy. Get up here. Come on. Come on. Who's here? Who's here? Get up here and look. Come here. I have to trick her sometimes, bless her heart. Get up here. Get up here and look. Let me flip the camera around. But hey, I appreciate all y'all coming in tonight. I hope it was fun. I mean, I had a little bit to talk about, and of course y'all gave me stuff to talk about too. Blaine says, yeah, we have 5 trees we'll be removing in the next 2 months before a hurricane takes them out. 3 are near that building I showed you. Yeah, I know it, Blaine. I know it, and I don't blame you, because when that tree fell, or when them 2 trees fell on my cousin's house however many years ago, and watched him go through what he had to go through, that's when all the trees around my house got gone. I don't have a tree in sight where I live. I got rid of every single one of them. I know people probably gripe about me doing that, or think bad of me doing that, but after seeing that it took my cousin 2 years to get his rebuilt and having to go through the stuff he went through, yep, I don't want that headache. I don't want that headache. So I cut all the trees down that was near my house, because I don't want to deal with that headache. If my house burns, that's one thing, but if a tree falls on it, that's a mess. That's a mess. Because it split his right in half. But anyhow, I can get into that story. No, sit here. We're getting ready to tell everybody bye. We're in RV full time, so I don't think we would win that. Right? Yeah, I know, Blaine. I know. Diane says we've lost tree, limbs, roofs, 2 buildings. Yeah. I mean, and I know you can't win against Mother Nature, but some things you can see it. Get up here and see it and look. But you can prevent some things. So I knew if I got rid of those trees, I at least didn't have to worry about a tree falling on the house. Not like I say, a fire, or if the wind blows hard enough to blow the roof off, that's a whole different story. Nothing I can do about that. So anyhow, but hey, as always, love each and every one of y'all. Hope everybody enjoyed it. More than likely I'll be live again next week though, next Tuesday. And I hope everybody had a great Memorial weekend, this past weekend, and a great holiday. This one here's getting antsy on me for some reason, I don't know why. But we will see y'all on the next go round. Everybody have a great week, and until next week, I guess, Lord willing and the creek doesn't rise. I'll see y'all next week. Love y'all. Good night, everybody. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Diane. Tornado can definitely jerk a tree up and throw it at you. Heck, I saw right quick. I saw on the news there where the one here in Tennessee where it hit. It threw 2x4s into the sides of buildings and stuck like they were toothpicks. That's what was crazy. But yeah, y'all tell everybody good night. I'm gonna start heading that way, and then I'll end the live show. Give y'all time to say bye to each other. Let's see, there's no traffic, so I'm better off to go down here and just make a U-turn instead of waiting on the light. Yeah, I know it, Virginia. I saw that too on the news. Lord, everybody must be leaving Gatlinburg and heading home. Hey, Amanda. Yeah, it is. I've already told everybody good night, Amanda. I was just letting everybody say good night to everybody. But that is a pretty sunset. You're right, Amanda. And thanks for coming in. But I'll be back next week. Same channel, same time, same day. Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise again. There's Amanda Barnes Theater. Amanda tickles me. I'll go ahead and end it here because I know the sometimes the signal don't pick up good at this intersection. I'll see everybody next week.